The following clip is presented to you by The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy, available every Friday wherever you get your podcasts and at extremehardy.com. Now, as we know, this is Victory Road, and Victory Road is the infamous pay-per-view where your brother is not in the right state of mind, and he has the disastrous main event with Sting. Did you take any periphery heat from everything that was going on with your brother? And did TNA as an environment enable him in any way at that place and time?
I didn't take any heat because of his actions. I remember when someone said, "Oh my God, he was struggling to go through Gorilla." I was like, "Oh my God." So I remember I was back. I just showered from my match, whatever, and I'd seen Jeff, and he was fine. 30 or 45 minutes earlier or whatever. I was like, "All right, have a good man, kill it. I'll come out and watch." And then I like got out there and saw it after he was in the ring. I saw that from a monitor backstage. As far as them enabling it,
whether indirectly or directly, was the environment?
Yeah, it's tough to say, but because it was one of those deals where he was a big star, and he, like there was a drug testing policy, and there's probably been times where people after work had seen him in a state he shouldn't have been in. So he definitely probably felt he could relax his body and then go out there and do it. But obviously he did not. He had taken too much of whatever it was he had taken that night. And it was disastrous, so that in some ways, I mean, he should have never been allowed to walk out through Gorilla, if he was in such a weird state of mind. And I remember hearing like there was people saying that he tried to push his way out. He wanted to get out, whatever. And like, he really shouldn't have been allowed to get out there. But once again, it puts you in a really strange predicament. I mean, you got this match advertised as your main event, and like, you're not sure where he's at or where he's going to be at in a few minutes. I don't know. Could they have? Possibly. Maybe not directly, but maybe indirectly.
So you did see your brother within the hour before the main event?
Yes. Probably 45 minutes before.
Because it's a pretty well-told story from multiple people that they pretty much could not track him down the entire day. And even leading into the hour before and the minutes before, they had no idea where he was. And then I saw
him following my match.
Where did you see him?
Backstage. He came to me. He came to me following my match and just like checked in with me. Oh, okay, cool. And then maybe he went off and did his own thing then. I mean, there were so many different like trailers and different places that guys could hide. It was very, very chaotic, and this sprawling area where guys could go back there.
And he seemed totally fine when you talked to him?
Oh, yeah, he was fine. He was fine when I talked to him. But between then and when he went to the ring, he had obviously taken more medication, which equated to him not being fine.
How did you feel after that incident?
Sad, bad. I hated it for him. Just heartbreaking.
Yeah. Did you see the match as it was happening live?
I did. I got up to the monitor right as the match was starting when Eric was coming down. And
I know it probably seems like a blur to you, but do you have any recollections of real time what's going through your head?
It does seem like a blur in many ways. No, I just it was shocking. It's like one of those things where your heart drops to your stomach, and it's just like, it's just so devastating to watch, and you just hate it for him so bad. But it's what's happened, and now you have to deal with it.
So your brother's gone from the company; he's indefinitely gone, and now you're on your own, and you're not in the greatest state of mind either. Was his departure difficult for you?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, we traveled together. We did everything together. So I'm sure it was. And it probably didn't help with my issues at that time as well. It probably made me say a little bit more of like, fuck it. I could kind of see that, me mentally just saying like, oh well, Jeff's not here, whatever, fuck it. That's kind of when you get in that fog of addiction anyway. That's kind of like the mentality you end up creeping into.